find it interesting, no matter how much I write, when I sit here, I can always make corrections. Is that being blonde?
No, it's just being Alva.
Brilliant but blonde. So I put this together, most of it last week, but they had me up at 3 in the morning putting fillers. I think that's the story of my life. My son-in-law has graciously been revamping my offices, so it's been a difficult week. So they had me work on this early, I'm delighted to say. I call this Alchemy is the Soul of the World. Alchemists show us that when we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. Love is the force that transforms and improves the soul of the world. We walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. Isn't that apropos? You know, we really have to learn to trust, don't we? Yeah. The subconscious mind acts upon what you program into it so that it becomes your automatic mind acting habitually. So whatever thoughts you have, whatever you programmed, you automatically follow that. A lot of our learning from our childhood is what we do automatically today. And we have to reprogram our subconscious in order to sometimes move out of a state of disarray or something that's not making us happy. We have to make the changes. Hunches or intuition. Intuition is a sudden immersion of the soul into the universal current of life, where the history of all people is connected, and we're able to know everything because it is written there. We're all moving towards the same compass point. Many have detours and adjustments. If we listen and feel, then we know we are on the right course. You can feel it deep within your soul. A message was put into the light worker's memory eons ago. When we heard the phrase, we would begin to question how the world was, what opportunities we could see. Omens and visions were given to change our thinking and attitude to advance our world. This phrase was, do you remember it? Now is the time. Didn't you hear that everywhere you went? I have to tell you, in my readings, I was constantly, now is the time for you to. I did that for years. It was repeated in many forms over and over again for a few years. As light workers, many began to awaken slowly, some quickly, and it changed their views and how they looked at the world and its possibilities. Some acted on it, and some others stood back and just observed. Timing for each person is different. If you were supposed to make changes and did not, higher intelligence helped you find opportunities to challenge you to change. Disaster often brings about change. Change means to look at other avenues of what is available to you. Do not get weighed down by fear, as fear is false evidence appearing real. Fear evaporates when accepted and understood that our life stories are all written by the same hand. There's no going back. Growth is inevitable. It is your choice on how much and how fast. There are maybe many detours along the way. You'll only have to worry about the best way of moving forward. We're always heading in the same direction, so we rarely recognize that it's working for us. We often get caught up in the issues at hand, and woe is me, and how can I deal with this, and we run in circles. When you felt stuck, lost, confused, or overwhelmed by some incident in your life, did you run in circles in your thinking? Or did you actually stop to think about why it happened? Was it a good thing? What was its purpose? Where did you go off track? And where did you need to go? Usually when we get in these positions, our nature is to have our thoughts run amok. Depending on the problem we are working on, we can really get ourselves emotionally distraught. Every action, every deed is about experiencing at a soul level for soul growth. We are the spiritual beings having a physical experience. We're not alone. We have a host of higher beings assisting us. We need only ask for assistance to help guide us in the direction that is appropriate for each of us. We each have guides and angels who are but a whisper away, waiting to assist us. Ask. In the Bible it says, ask and you shall receive. How many pray for assistance? Spend time in meditation to get direction. Peace and tranquility abound when you align with Source. This is so important for daily guidance to help you stay balanced, emotionally and spiritually, which in turn helps you physically to be calm and peaceful. Trust is also an important factor. Don't live in the past or the future. Concentrate always on the present and you will be happy. Life is in the moment we are living right now. The process of mentally picturing yourself as succeeding has called imagineering. Get it? Because you're directing it. Engineering. The world around us speaks many languages. God reveals his secret easily to all creatures through signs, symbols, words, and deeds. Are you listening? Sometimes we need mentors to allow us to become aware of what we're seeing, hearing, or simply help us translate what's being given to us. Sometimes we need assistance to acknowledge another way of looking at things. Remember, when you're working with anyone, it must feel congruent with yourself, your gut feelings. These are the feelings you need to comprehend at a soul level. Words and pictures often help to identify a direction, but you have to feel it at a soul level, which is the language of the world. In the pursuit of your dreams, you will constantly be subjected to tests of persistence and courage. If too impatient or impulsive, you will fail to see the signs or the omens left by God to indicate each step of the way. They're constantly giving us little things. Have you ever noticed someone gives you a word and it makes a difference for the entire day for you? That's God speaking through his helpers for all of us. Not one person, we all get it. Listen to your heart. It knows all things because it comes from the soul of the world. The entire world speaks this language of love. Remember that no heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of dreams, because every second of the search is a second encountered, hang on, oh boy, with God and with eternity. When you want something with all your heart, that's when you're closest to the soul of the world. It's always a positive force. See what happens when I connect? You know, that's the spirit working within me, letting me know that I'm on track with what I'm doing. And so the tears flow, because it's so joyful, you can't stop it. It's always a positive force. This is not just a human gift. Everything on the face of the earth has a soul, whether vegetable, mineral, animal, or even just a thought. Everything is constantly transforming because the earth is alive and it has a soul. We are a part of that soul. Life has a very simple lesson when you process great treasures of ideas or visions within yourself, and you try to tell others your dreams and aspirations. You're seldom believed. When you know internally that this feels right and you focus on those visions and dreams, and then sometimes it evolves. Everything around it evolves as well. This is trusting your destiny. It hasn't happened by accident, by design of the Creator. There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible: the fear of failure. When someone interferes with the personal goal of another, they will never discover their own. That's a really important statement. How many times have we had people trying to interfere with what we're doing? They get held back, not us. They get held back. They're the ones that are going to have to learn a very heavy lesson down the road because they're not going to achieve all the things they want. I want you to remember that. Rediscover the universal principle that every problem is an opportunity. Difficulties often become challenges to make you bigger, broader, better, or a more beautiful person than before. If you never challenge personal problems, you'll never be able to taste the exhilaration of a personal triumph. Remember, triumph is made of two words, try-umph. Here's a sample of thinking on how to achieve your goals in relation to unselfishly serving your fellow man. I believe that when you do work that involves your fellow man, if you come from it from an integral part within yourself, you will always find your destiny. So you'd start with 4 questions. Will this help people who are hurting? Will this make me into a more beautiful person? Not physically, spiritually. Will this bring the best out in me or the worst? Will this be a chance to prove my faith in a bigger, higher source or the God of your understanding? If you're deeply committed to a value system, major decisions will be made swiftly and confidently. Man may not always make his goals, but his goals will always make the man. Consider the resources available in the world today, not just what you have at hand. Just because you don't have the time, talent, money, brains, skill, energy, or organization is no excuse not to try. If your cause is right, it will always work. Brain power, memory power, energy power is abundant in the world and gravitates to big ideas, and big thinking persons like flecks of steel gravitate to a magnet. Who, Steve, what's his name? The computer, Steve?
John.
He started in his garage. How many small companies have started that way and ended up being huge? Start with an idea, and if you've got the right idea, and you have other people step in to help you, you'll always accomplish what you want. But you have to start. No one can start for you. What's holding you back? Enormous energy is lost in indecision. Find your passion and go for it. Make a decision, and you solve your problem. I like affirmations. Affirmations help you to hold on to that internal power. So here's a couple of examples. I affirm that I will never be defeated because I will never quit. I affirm God has people all lined up to help me. And at the right time, in the right way, people I don't even know will come to support me. I love affirmations to support me mentally and allow the spiritual flow of energy to keep me directed. The truth is, we all have unbelievable, untapped resources within ourselves this very moment. God has unlimited resources that he can make available to people who think big and believe deeply. If you advance with confidence in the direction of your dreams and endeavor to live the life which you have imagined, you will meet with success in very unexpected ways. Albert Einstein said, "Imagination is more important than health, wealth, and beauty. And geniuses are not created. They are only manifested by the arrangement of your mind." As you pursue your dreams, never forget the person you really want to be. More vital than success at work or in personal pursuits is the character that you develop in the process. On a very deep level, seek to be the kind of person that enjoys wholesome respect along the way. Food for thought? I encourage you to go for your dreams. Namaste.
Namaste.